Buckets. That's the name of my boat. Buckets.
Buckets. What we get.
Not the only transfer we got from Florida. Keith Stone, too. Remember that.
Everybody who watches his show on a regular basis knows my love of the stretch four.
You know, we all make mistakes. He might have made one going to Tallahassee.
See if y'all don't know. Dribble to the left, cross over to the right. Hurricane to the game, many buckets for the night. Matt with the pick and roll, Melissa with the give and go. This Shelly, you hoodie girl dunking in the hole. Check the scoreboard, this what we fall for. Beat the gameplay, they want an encore. Yeah, overtime for another round. It's buckets out the buckets, baby. You out of time. It's buckets. What it is, homie, it's buckets. Woo! We get buckets. Yeah, baby, buckets.
I have no shame.
I know. That's the problem.
You guys are awesome.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Buckets. I'm Matt. He's Vish. She's Melissa. How we doing tonight, Melissa?
We were cutting it close there, guys. Vish's got a busy schedule.
I was gonna bail out of that anyway. There's no way I'm missing buckets. So that was happening. But they knew.
Vish hit traffic getting home. Then he had to do another show.
But we're good. We're all good.
Mass chaos.
We are ready for buckets. That's what we are.
Matt, how are you?
In the basketball programs. There we go.
I'm good. Season's in full force for us now.
Your camera's a little lower than usual. We can't see much of the Long Beach banner.
Oh, that's true. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta fix.
Yeah.
Ooh. There we go.
Yes.
Beach.
Much better. Go Beach.
Yeah. Go Beach. But
I wonder how long we're gonna keep this Go Beach thing up because I don't think Matt even really cares.
they're gonna be good this year, dude. I'm gonna go to a few games. Now that I didn't really follow them because say what you will about their head coach. I respect to him for getting them into the tournament and whatnot. But they underperformed for like a long time. So I'm excited.
We have a guest tonight.
Yep. Yeah, we do. It's Danielle Page, one of the women's assistants.
As I'm talking, people are messaging me. So
it's good because you don't mute your beeps, so I can send it and just wait for it to go ding. All right, she got it.
I don't mute my beeps. Sorry. So yeah, she should be on shortly. Another women's assistant coach. We're gonna get the whole crew by the end of, but hopefully before the season starts. And also, forgive me if I sound nasally. I'm battling a little bit of a cold flu situation. I'm prepped though. All right. I stalled for a good 1 minute. There we go. All right. Our guest is here. All right. So we're anxiously anticipating what she's going to choose, but please welcome our next guest. One of the newest assistants came with Coach Cullop from Toledo, fresh off a Paris trip. She actually was the co-head coach of the Serbian national team. So please welcome Coach Danielle Page to the show.
Hey guys, good to see everyone.
Welcome.
Thank you.
What's in your background?
Let's see. We got pictures from all my international adventures. So,
is that like that's like a map of the world? Okay, that's
got
geometric shapes
going on here. Business hours, you would have caught me in the office, but I'm home, so I'm trying to make it work.
Thank you for coming on your non-business hours. We appreciate it.
Of course.
So before we talk hoops, I did warn her about this. I don't know if you were able to get to Popeyes or not, but if you were only able to eat one chicken sandwich for the rest of your life, would you go to Popeyes or Chick-fil-A?
So I did. I was warned, and full disclosure, it has been a long time since I've been to Popeyes. And Chick-fil-A was one of my favorites when I lived back up north. So I got to go Chick-fil-A. It's the pickles for me. And normally I get a chocolate chip cookie with it. So just hard to turn down.
That's interesting. We had one of our other guests pick Popeyes also because of the
their
pickles.
Oh,
But
really?
You
So I guess
join a great list of Chick-fil-A alum,
Okay.
including Coach Cullop, including Jasmine Roberts and Leah Harmon.
Okay.
Coach
Great
Fitz
company.
picked Popeyes, so he's, you're gonna have to talk to him. But
We'll discuss it. Yeah.
I'm gonna add you to this list. So welcome to the good guys.
Thank you. Thank
Matt
you.
and Vish are Team Popeyes. I'm Team Chick-fil-A. So it's always nice to get people on the right side of history on the show. So
Great minds. Great minds.
we will add you. But let's talk some hoops. So you've actually been working with Coach Cullop for 6 years.
Yep.
So you were there in Toledo with her. How's that adjustment now coming to Miami, but obviously remaining with Coach Cullop?
Yeah, well, it's kind of the best of both worlds. The long story of how I got with Coach Cullop. I was still playing professionally overseas in Hungary, and I had a couple of knee surgeries, and I kind of knew my playing career was winding down February of my last year, so I started reaching out, and we got in touch through a mutual contact, and we actually did a couple of interviews over Zoom. And after 2 or 3 interviews, she offered me the job. I'd never met her in person. I'd never been on the Toledo campus, but I knew everything I needed to know. I mean, you guys have talked to her. Coach Cullop's an amazing lady, and this was before we talked anything basketball wise. So I was sold over Skype, over Zoom, whatever we were doing back then. So the fact that I got the opportunity to work with her in Toledo. I mean, that was an incredible opportunity. And when she moved down to Miami, she didn't even have the question out of her mouth, "Hey, do you want to come with?" I'm going, coach. Like, wherever you're going, I'm with you. So it's the best. I get to work under a great coach, a great mentor, and I get to live in Miami. Like it's everything I could ask.
What are your spots in Miami? Coach Fitz told us that you guys are big fans of Monty's.
Monty's. In fact, I just came from there. Monty's is a spot. So we were living in the Thesis for about a month after we took the job. So Monty's was the go-to. And to be honest, I haven't done a ton of exploring of Miami. We took the job. I was here for about a month living in the Thesis. And then right from there, I got an apartment and left like the next week to go over to Europe. I basically been over in Europe. I got back 2.5 weeks ago. So I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things, all things Miami.
How was that your first? I know you're a bronze medalist, right? In 2016. How was it coaching in the Olympics?
Yeah, it was a great experience. It was awesome. It's definitely a different experience as a player than a coach. As a player, it was so awesome to be there, and there was no expectations. It was kind of, we were all just happy to be there. Serbia was not supposed to be in the Olympics. And so just going was kind of the check you were looking for. So it was very relaxing, and we'd work out, and then I'd take a nap, and then I'd eat, and you just kind of rinse and repeat for 2 weeks. And we ended up winning a bronze medal. But as a coach, it's a very different experience. A little bit more pressure, a little bit more work involved, a lot less sleep, probably more food somehow. I don't know, but it was a great experience. It was awesome.
Yeah. So based on that, what are you bringing back with you from that experience that you might use with the team this year?
Yeah. Well, I was very fortunate, to be naturalized to play for Serbia, to have an extensive playing career overseas, and then have the opportunity to go back and coach with their U20 national team and then their senior team. But I feel like that experience, specifically working with the senior team, all those players that I'm working with, they're pros. They make their living playing basketball. WNBA experience, EuroLeague experience, Euro Cup experience. So I've played at all those levels. So I know what that looks like as a player. I know the demands, on and off the court, what that looks like. But now as a coach, you can you see it from a different angle. So a lot of our girls at Miami right now, and a lot of the kids we're recruiting, their goal is to continue playing after college. They want to play in the WNBA. They want to play EuroLeague. They want to, make a career playing basketball. And now I know what that looks like from both sides, both as a player, the demands that is, and then as a coach, like what it takes, how demanding I need to be as a coach to help our girls get there.
How different is that, than 5-6 years ago? Obviously, the WNBA is exploding now. And then also, did you see a similarity at Toledo, or is it a little bit different at Miami in a bigger conference?
Yeah. Well, like you said, I mean, the WNBA is exploding. It's awesome to watch that. And it does go back a number of years, but this year it just feels different. With Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and all of the airtime they're getting on the traditional sports networks. I turn on Sports Center and First Take every morning, and there's WNBA highlights, and that's so cool for someone involved in women's basketball. As far as the difference goes between Toledo and Miami, obviously there's a big step up when it comes to athleticism and just pure basketball talent. I will say Coach Cullop had developed such a system and such a culture at Toledo. We look for the same things recruiting, like the intangibles. The same things are what we're looking for here in Miami. Like we were looking for the grit. We were looking for being great teammates. We were looking for kids that are going to live in the gym, kids that want to work, kids that want to be coached. Like, so those intangibles, like those are the same things, Toledo, Miami. So we're looking for a different athlete and a different, talent level. But those intangibles, those are the same, no matter what level. And I feel like Coach Cullop created something really, really special at Toledo, recruiting those kids, coaching those kids. And that's the same thing that we're going to do here. We were very fortunate this year out of the portal, finding a bunch of those kids with those characteristics. And then the freshmen coming in, same thing. And now on the recruiting trail, we're looking for those same intangibles that we were looking for at Toledo. It's just a different athleticism, talent. It's a different level.
I mean, at Toledo, from what I was reading, you were the recruiting coordinator. So as far as having to sell the staff based off what you guys did at Toledo, but having to sell it in a power conference, was there any difficulty to that? I mean, you guys, like you said, you killed it in the transfer portal. I think Coach Cullop said you guys had like 9 official visits and got like 6 players.
Yeah.
Was it easy to sell, or was it a little bit harder work just because it's a new program and you still have something to prove?
Yeah, well, it's both. I mean, Miami's a destination. You call a kid and you say, "Hey, University of Miami," they're going to listen to what you have to say. Strictly from a location, from a history. I mean, obviously this program has a great history on the women's basketball side. It's easy for the dads because the dads all want to go to football games. So it's when you call, like when we were at Toledo, you had to kind of sell it a little bit more on the front end. I had kids, University of Toledo, they'd be like, "Oh, where's that?" I don't have that problem. "Hey, Coach Page, University of Miami." They're like, "Oh, cool. Thanks so much for calling." As far as selling the staff, I mean, I've been talking Coach Cullop up, Coach Ivy up, since I've met them, and they're great humans. But the basketball record, it's just, it's black and white. Like the numbers speak for themselves. I mean, Coach Cullop, created a dynasty in Toledo, and we, they had to rearrange banners because she hung so many. True story. And Coach Ivy, same thing. Like she developed 2 consecutive MAC Players of the Year our last 2 years at Toledo. I mean, that's just it's easy to sell that. And then you look at Coach Fitz, who's probably one of the nation's leading elite recruiters. I mean, and then X's and O's wise, player development wise, I mean, his workouts, they're something special. Like he works with the guards, I work with the post. I go in the gym just to watch his workouts, like to learn what he's doing. And then, the other Coach Page, we call her P1. She's P1, I'm P2. I mean, you look at her resume. She's coached at that power 4 level. And then her WNBA track record. I mean, I think she was the first draft pick in Washington Mystics history. Like, who can say that? It's just the staff's an easy sell for sure.
You said you work with the post players, so I mean, we got two amazing bigs in
Yep.
Nat Marshall and Cam Williams in the transfer portal, and like last year, I talked a lot about on the show about kind of how I don't feel like we ever reached the full potential with our post players. And so bringing in these two people, these two ladies that have a lot of experience, what are you doing with them? Because I feel like we could be like powers inside, and then with all the shooting prowess we have on the outside and stuff, this team feels really balanced. But what have you been working with them on to make them that dynamic duo?
Yeah, and you said it. I mean, Nat and Cam, they're legitimate threats in the paint. I tell you what I love about Cam. So Toledo played Michigan the past 2 seasons, and Michigan was my scout, so I knew exactly what we were getting with Cam. She was always the focus. Every time she touched the ball, we were sending 2-3 kids. That was our main focus when we played Michigan. Her footwork in the paint, it's another level. I tell you, she posts up. She's physical. She's not afraid to be in the paint. She demands the ball. Although we could, as a post coach, I always want her demanding the ball more. But her footwork in the paint's great. She's got great patience, and she's got great touch going both ways. So it's a post coach dream. I love working with her. Whatever you ask her to do in the paint, she's doing it. No problems. So that's great to work with. And then Nat's so versatile. The one thing that's really cool about Nat, coming from Notre Dame, Notre Dame ran a very similar system to what Coach Cullop is looking at running this year. So there's a ton of similarities. So she comes in and she knows all the cuts. She knows all the reads. She can, the one thing I underestimated about her just watching film, but now seeing her in person, her rip drives from the perimeter. She's so long and so athletic. That first step, she gets by people and she can reach out and finish in front of her. Great finisher at the rim, is a perimeter threat as well. Can shoot, can drive. And the one thing that you can't see on film, they're incredible leaders. Obviously coming from great programs with tradition, they're coming in and, we're a new team. We're still trying to gel. They're coming in, they're being vocal. They're setting great examples for our younger kids, and just doing a great job setting the culture.
Coach,
Are you?
I was going to ask you about Nat Marshall and her versatility. Can you speak a little bit about her, like defensively? Like, do you see her as someone that can guard multiple positions and whatnot? She just based on seeing some film, it looks like she has a lot of mobility for her size.
Yeah, no, I think you nailed it. I definitely think she can guard on the perimeter and she can guard inside. She's got the length to guard anyone in the paint. Disrupting shots, getting rebounds, things like that. But like you said, I think on the perimeter, she's got the lateral quickness and she knows how to play the angles, using her length as an advantage out there. So I think she's going to bring a different element on the perimeter, something that we can take advantage of.
Are you working with I know Danielle Abis? I can't pronounce her name right. I'm sorry if I'm saying
You're good, Danny. Yeah, Danny.
Yeah. I know she played the 5 at Wichita State, but I know she's 6 feet. Are you working with her as well as like a post or a 4, or is she kind of doing like an in between 3 and a 4, or what's her outlook as far as the position she's going to play?
Yeah, so she's a post, right? Like, yeah. She's one of mine. Yeah, me and P1, other Coach Page, we're working with the post players, and she falls in there. But kind of the same idea as what we were talking about, Nat. Obviously, not as tall as Nat, not as long as Nat, but she's going to bring that versatility. If she needs to go in the paint and bang, she can do that. I mean, she spent her time at Wichita State proving that, and she's got great footwork. And I tell you what sets her apart in the paint is her rebounding ability, both ends. Defensive rebounds and O boards. We were doing, yeah. Oh yeah. It's all motor. It's all mentality. We were doing a workout the other day where we were doing 3-on-3 and we were counting points. Buckets, and we were counting O boards as points. And she had half her team's points on O boards alone. So that motor is there. But like we were talking about with Nat, she brings that versatility where she can play multiple positions on offense, and she can also get on the perimeter and defend a little bit too. So I think that we're going to have a lot of versatility. Like we're going to have a lot of flexibility when it comes to the 4s and 5s.
And then the last post, Danielle Almon. Was her first
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
I
Aurora.
Aurora.
There we go. There we go. You're good. You're good.
I'm screwing up names. She didn't play last year. She was obviously on the squad. But she's like 6'3". She's a big also. So I know she had a shoulder injury last year. I'm not sure when she was practicing with the team, but how is her development coming along, as this will be her first year really playing college basketball?
Yeah. No, we're really excited about her, and she's still progressing and getting through her rehab, but she's in workouts. She's going. Obviously, we're listening to the doctors and the training staff about, how much she can do right now. I mean, it's still early. There's no reason to push right now. But she's definitely coming along, and we're really excited about her as well.
Do you play with the players? Like Fitz says that he gets on the court sometimes. Do you go up against the ladies?
I do.
Someone has to guard him in the low post.
This is true. So actually, me and Fitz were both out there in our workouts today, and Fitz was guarding the 5s. So I was out on the perimeter guarding the 4s, which is I'm getting up there. I've had a couple of knee surgeries. My lateral speed's probably not where it once was, but I can get up and down a little bit. I prefer to play offense, stand in the corner, shoot some threes.
There you go.
Threes, but I'll still mix it up a little bit.
So you like to get buckets?
I like to get buckets. Yep, there it is.
There you go. Go ahead, Matt.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that's my kind of game. Just spot up threes in the corner. I'll take it.
There it is.
But Matt is a bucket. How many threes you score in one game, Matt?
Well, that was a men's league game. It was we had Jack McClinton on, and he was like, "Oh, well, how far was the 3-point line?" And it kind of made me feel bad, but it was.
Give us your stats.
I had 11 threes.
Hey, I don't care where the line is. 11 threes is 11 threes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was one of the games I felt that was the most hot I've ever been. So
Matt's a bucket.
Okay.
I used to be a bucket, but I haven't picked up a basketball in a while.
Hey, so I'm a coach.
In my high school years, I was a bucket.
I believe it.
I'm a coach right now, and so I play against the kids. Like today, I played with them because they just started school, and yeah, I don't feel like a bucket when I'm playing with them.
Matt, what's the offense you're trying to run? Maybe
we're running some Princeton, yeah. So
that's what we ran at Toledo. Yeah,
a lot of chin series, right?
There we go. Okay,
yeah.
So you know about it, yeah. All the
it's
stuff. There you go.
Yeah. The thing with us though, right now, we kind of started with it and we leaned onto something else. We're undersized, but we have guys that can do a lot of different things offensively. But the thing that they have the most trouble with, and I'm sure you've dealt with this, is like reading the defense, like that first split screen. Like when do I curl? When do I pop straight out? They don't really know how to read the defense in real time. And we just have to drill it individually. Yeah, that's like our biggest thing, like, the start of the season. So, but giving them the confidence to make the decisions, right, is like the thing we're dealing with right now.
Exactly. And actually we were just talking about it earlier today in workouts, like everyone's always harping communication on defense. When you're running read and react offense, you can't be afraid to communicate on the offensive end either. You have to tell your teammates what you're doing to make sure that everyone else is locked in and to help them read and react to what you're doing, what you're seeing.
Yeah. Yep. So whenever today I set a lot of screens when we're playing because I want to get them open, and I'll yell at them like curl, pop out, and
it helps.
It has to start. Yeah, start somewhere.
Yep.
Can you talk about the freshmen a little bit? I mean, we've had Leah Harmon on. She's amazing. But I mean, like one of the best recruiting classes that the women's team has had in the history of the program. Can you talk about those three a little bit and what you expect from them this season? Because I mean, I'm excited for them. We're excited for them.
Yeah. Well, Leah, I mean, obviously she's an incredible talent. The Florida folks will be familiar with her and her career. But she's great. She's got a motor. We're throwing a lot at her right now. To be honest, we're throwing a lot at all the freshmen. It's kind of these first couple of weeks, we're giving them a lot on the front end. And then we're kind of cleaning up the details, as we get closer to the real games. So yeah, no, Leah's great. Great communicator. Definitely a threat on the offensive end. Defensively, very laterally quick. Can sit down and guard the ball a little bit. I could probably say this about all the freshmen. The freshmen are still, they're adjusting to the speed of the game, and that's super typical. I would venture to say almost every freshman goes through the same thing. And what's really nice is we've got great upperclassmen to show them what being successful looks like. Like the Cavender twins, like their work ethic is just, it's through the roof. So they have the opportunity to work against them every day in practice, and to watch them, like they're the first in the gym, they're last out of the gym, they're always getting extra shooting in, like things like that, things that if the freshmen see and can emulate, over 4 years, I mean, the sky's the limit. So I mean, she's great. Nay, I tell you, Nay, as soon as it was announced that, Coach Cullop and myself and Coach Ivy got the job, she was calling us. She was blowing us up like, hey, Coach, I'm so excited. She did her research. She knew all about us. When are you guys getting down here? Like, when can we get in the gym? Like, she's very, very proactive. Like,
she's got a motor.
Oh, she's got a motor. She's got a motor. She wants to be great. She wants to be a leader, even as a freshman. And that's not typical. Most freshmen are just trying to fit in. Like they don't want to stand out at all. But she's out there, trying to be a leader. Trying to be proactive, which is great as a freshman. And then Simone's great, man. She's not the loudest cat in the gym, but you leave her open, you're gonna hear about it. She'll lock it down. So no, she's a gunner, man. You give her an inch of space, it's going down.
Is she more of like a 3? I know she's pretty tall.
Yeah.
You have her going up like against Jasmine. Like I see that would be a fun matchup.
Yep. Well, so what's great about kind of the system we're running offensively, like 2s, 3s, and 4s are basically doing the same thing on offense. We're kind of asking them to make the same reads, make the same cuts, be able to knock down open threes, be able to get downhill to the rim, come off ball screens, like we were talking about earlier, read that split action. So what's really nice is we can play like kids like that at the 2, 3, and 4. And then defensively, we can adjust our matchups to make it advantageous to us.
So you guys kind of have the versatility to like play, like you could go small ball and play 5 guards and maybe have like a beast at the 5, or you could put 2 bigs on the floor with Nat and Cam. Are you guys kind of just like putting all of that option out there?
Oh yeah. That's one one of the many things that makes Coach Cullop great. Like she's a mad genius with the X's and O's. She's got a system she's comfortable with that we've ran the last couple of years. But she's going to run what's going to make us successful on the offensive end. So if we can get a specific look for a specific player with an advantage, we're going to run that. So like things like that, like posting up big guards or, like isolating matchups through pick and rolls, things like that. Like she's going to find the weakness on defense and she's going to exploit it over and over again. And that's what's really nice about her. Like she's not afraid to try something new if it's going to, help out, the different personnel on the roster that year.
How's the free throw shooting? We were like in the bottom percentile of free throws last year.
It was so bad.
It was so frustrating. I mean, obviously adding the Cavenders back will put our free throw shooting like way higher. But I mean, if you watched any of our shows from last season, the free throw shooting drove us nuts. So is that something you guys, I mean, obviously you guys are working on, but how's that going? How's the free throw shooting?
Well, to be honest with you, it's not noticeable. Like so what we do is in practice, after all of our competitive drills. So like, gray versus orange, whoever wins, the losing team goes to the baseline and the winning team picks one player to go to the free throw line, and you gotta secure the win. So you get one free throw. If you hit it, then your team wins. You don't have to run. If you miss it, both teams are running. So we're doing.
I love that they get to pick out the player too.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, and a lot of times it's not even like the team's not like deciding on a player, the player just steps up to the line. And
okay.
obviously we're rotating the players.
Yeah.
The same player can't shoot over and over again. And that's something that Coach Ivy started back a couple years ago, and I love it. Like there's a little bit of pressure. It's practice. It's an empty gym, but everyone's on the baseline staring you down, hoping that you make this free throw so everyone doesn't have to run.
Haley Cavender's money. I mean, she shushed the crowd in Indiana 2 years ago before she hit free throws. I mean,
it's bold. But I mean, yeah, when
she's
you're
ice.
like
No one's affecting Haley Cavender. It's so nice to have her back.
yeah, both. I can't say enough good things about both of them. They are huge culture setters for us. Obviously, I did not know them before I got here. I only knew what I knew through social media. But I can't say enough good things about them. They're great leaders. They're the hardest workers. They set a great example, not only for our young players, but for everyone on the team. They really handle their business. And it's such a joy to have them on the team and have them in a leadership position for us.
Yeah.
So
I would say they're probably the most misperceived players.
Sure.
I mean, we had them 2 years ago, and all the coaches then as well, and just seeing them, they work their asses off. Like it's like, the celebrity stuff is almost a side thing when it comes to their basketball. It's not really. I think people.
Yeah,
don't realize
when Hannah decided to come back and committed to Miami, we did a show like that night, and we were all like, Haley's got to come, right? Like, there's no way only one of them is coming back. Like, we're gonna get both of them. We knew it was coming. We're massive fans of them.
Okay.
Coach Fitz told us we should get them on the show, but that's like impossible.
Yeah, that's
you guys are
busy, man. You gotta book them way out in advance.
We ask every guest who we should get on the show, and so far we're 0 for 2. Coach Cullop recommended we get Darian Rogers on, but it's hard to. We depend on social media, so like depending on privacy levels, like they never see my DMs. It just depends. So, do you have a recommendation for who we should try and get on the show next?
Well, have you guys talked to Coach Ivy yet?
Oh, well, I tweeted at her and she already hit like. So player-wise, Coach Ivy's going to be next. Coach Page, the other Coach Page, is the only one that doesn't currently follow us. So you'll have to help us out with that one.
Okay, I'll put in the good word. I tell you what, she has some stories. Obviously she was overseas for a number of years and in the WNBA for over a decade. She's got some stories. She'd be a good get.
My personal goal is to get all of you. I'm usually the one tweeting from the Buckets account and DMing and everything. So my personal goal is to get all of you on. But Coach Page is the only one that's not following us currently. So help us out there. But no, Coach Ivy, because she retweeted the tweet today about you coming on the show. So I tweeted at her. I'm like, we see you. Are you next? So that'll be in the works. She's going to be next for sure. But we want to get all of the women's coaches on the show. We love you guys. There's not another show out there that covers the team like we do. We're big fans. Me and Vish will be at that dinner. So the
tip off. That's awesome. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. Coach Cullop always does that. November 1st, I believe, is the date.
Yes.
And Cheryl Reeve, very, very current gold medal winning Olympic coach. And I know Cheryl from back in my playing days.
Coaches the Lynx, right?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yep. She's a great lady. Her basketball history is incredible.
Legendary.
So that'll be a really, really fun night.
Y'all check out the Buckets page. We'll retweet it again about the dinner on November 1st. All the coaches are going to be there. Coach Reeves is going to be there. The players. It's going to be an amazing event. Me and Vish are going to be there.
Awesome.
You guys definitely.
The most important people, right? All these other accomplished people.
Celebrities,
everyone, if you're in, Vish is going to fly from DC for that. I mean, he's in Miami a lot, but he lives in DC, but he's going to come down for that. Matt's all the way out in California. It's a little harder for him.
Little ways away.
You guys are all over the place.
I'm in Miami, but we're everywhere. But before we let you go, we got to know, because you're a Miami coach now, which means you got to root for all the teams. So you got to give us a prediction for this Saturday, Miami versus Florida football. Who's winning? Give us a score prediction.
The Canes, at least by a touchdown, at least.
I love
it.
I love it.
That's the right answer.
Yep.
All right, guys, anything else before we let Coach get out of here?
No, thanks for coming on.
That was the quickest half an hour of my life.
I hope that's good, right?
I'll just say this. One of the things all of you, when you come on, I really appreciate the level of detail you go into. Like, we actually have like a robust basketball discussion, and we really appreciate that. a lot of the interviews we do with people, they're very high level, like, yeah, we got to play hard, but
I love that.
okay, really,
I could
yeah,
talk.
I love that you went into detail. And I know all of the coaches we've had on have done that. It's really cool to have that level of discussion.
I'm gonna have to start hitting up Monty's. Maybe I'll run into you guys.
Hey, for sure. If you're there enough, you'll see us. No, I really appreciate you guys having me on. I really appreciate the support that you give to our program and putting us out there and talking about us. It's much appreciated.
Well,
Coach,
we
I'm gonna have to
appreciate you guys.
DM you about some Princeton stuff.
Yeah, I got you. Whatever you need,
go.
I got some diagrams. I got some film. We can talk
There we
options.
go.
I got you.
Let's go.
Sweet,
I
thank
love
you.
it. I love it. Thank you so much, Coach. And
Thank
tell
you,
the
Coach.
other Coach Paige that she needs to follow us because we need to get her on the show.
I got you. No problem.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Coach.
Coach. Have a good one.
Thanks,
See you guys. Bye.
Yeah. The coaches on these teams are amazing, man. I looked up and it was already like 8:25.
Yeah, no, like I told us to her directly, but like it's awesome that they're willing. They don't like try to talk down.
Well,
or,
there's a few questions. There's a few questions I was gonna ask while she was talking about something else, and then she went right into whatever. What's up, Ao? And that is a nice hat, Vish.
You picked it out, but
Are we gonna do a quick show and tell before we move on? Because I don't know if you have the stuff that you bought, but I have this. Me and Vish did some more shopping this past.
I mean, what did I? Most of the stuff wasn't for me though, except for the same hoodie. I think you're gonna hold up. So.
Oh yeah. So we gotta talk. Whenever me and Vish get together, we end up at all of the stores. But All Canes, shout out to Amanda, who wasn't there, has these new hoodies on sale, and they're the coolest freaking thing I've ever seen. I was gonna wear it today, but I'm a little under the weather. Sorry if I sound nasally. So I'm saving it for when I'm not like gross. But look at these new hoodies.
Oh damn!
How sick are these hoodies, Matt? I wanted to buy you one so bad.
Don't
I know
buy
you
me.
would get mad at me.
I know. We discussed. I was like, he's gonna hate you.
Vish bought it for his whole family, but these new Adidas hoodies at All Canes are sick. I had to get one.
Those are sick.
They don't have extra smalls, but the smalls aren't humongous, so I'm able to pull it off. But yeah, real quick, this isn't Canes related, but Vish is trying to get me into Real Madrid. By the way, I held back my coughing so much on that, like I was like dying. But check out this jersey Vish got me. I don't know if there's any soccer fans in the chat, but Vish went hard on that. You need to be a Real Madrid fan, and then got it customized.
Well, they're playing like ass, so I'm blaming you.
So he picked my hoops number.
That's awesome.
Yeah, one with the hoops number.
Yeah. Vish,
I love how Melissa supports all our other teams.
I do.
I mean, we naturally overlap on almost everything but NBA. So
he actually before they released this jersey, he actually told me he's like every year Real Madrid comes out with like an alternate, and if they ever release orange, I'm getting you one. And then they released orange, but he saved money because I fit in youth sizes. So it's a good like $40 less.
It is definitely way cheaper to go to buy kids stuff and then give it.
But he went on out because he got like the Champions League patch, and then he got like my name on it with the number 4, which is my high school number. But for real, you guys gotta go to All Canes because these hoodies are.
I don't know if there's any left because I bought like.
Vish bought 3.
I bought 3, yeah. But
and
3
then
different sizes too. So
we also went to the team store. Shout out to Jeremy.
Oh yeah, hooked up the
that's
hat.
a sick hat.
The hat he gave me is in the closet. I have that hat back in DC.
Yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to say this, but I'm going to anyway. He gave me this hat for free.
Yeah, he caught me a hat too. When Coach Paige said she lived in the Thesis Hotel, I was like, well, Melissa and I practically do because we're
But like they had a massive sale this past weekend on a bunch of hats. Like check out this fitted gray baseball hat. Like I love it.
I love that logo.
They got some they have the new black jerseys, but they also have the original Miami Knights jerseys on sale now. And they have them in extra small, so I obviously bought one.
They have, I think it was the Columbia shirts they have that I when you guys were at the store, I was like,
those Columbia shirts are sick.
So I think they have one with that logo now, that the one that was on your hat.
I'll have to look.
I think it was
a baseball logo.
Yeah, it looks sick.
And then of course shorts.
There you go.
Zipper pockets, and hold on, look at this.
I love it.
Nice.
Save the best for last. Hurricanes, and then one more zipper pockets. Matt, I wish you lived in Miami because you'd have so many shorts.
I'd be broke.
More,
I don't.
more zipper pockets.
He consider himself lucky.
But yeah,
There
we
you
gotta
go.
stop. We gotta
and
stop doing
so-
that. But
the hoodie is from all Canes. The jersey and the 2 shorts are from the team store. Canes wear also is getting a bunch of stuff, but they're just not as easy accessible because they're in Broward. I was supposed to
in the
be
wrong
up there this
county.
weekend, but I've been under the weather.
Oh,
so
I'm
I'm getting there.
I didn't even tell you guys. I'm going to Portland in like a month, and I'm going to the Nike employee store, the Adidas employee store, and the Columbia employee store. Because the company I work for, we do work for all those companies. So I'll let you guys know.
Can you FaceTime me from Adidas and I'll just
Yeah,
Venmo you some
everything.
cash?
So I think at Adidas, everything is 50% off, and there's no sales tax in Oregon. So yeah, it's about to be dangerous.
You're gonna have to start texting me pictures of things that are
I
extra
thought you already
small.
get those like first responder discounts and stuff.
But they might have stuff at the employee store that they don't.
So the
sell.
employee store is like new, like everything's like new release.
Yeah,
like
I get
there's
a
some
first
exclusive
responders
stuff.
discount, but I'm sure it's not like the good stuff that they probably sell at the employee store. But shout out to Adidas for doing first responder discounts because I get 20% off at outlets and 30% online and on regular stores. So
There you go.
love you guys for that.
Well, they've made their money back off of you tenfold. So it's
But I get a lot off. And also for those watching, again, for Buckets viewers, HG10, the code HG10, you can get 10% off my hoodies on aboutthefans.com. Just saying. So, should we add Coach to the list?
no.
Should
we
you
not.
mean?
Should we
Why
not?
is,
Maybe.
why is Almond Joy on your whiteboard?
I wonder why. I wonder why. By the way,
Oh my god.
I underlined almond just so that we know.
How many
that
stores did you have to go to find that?
Publix, man. Publix has everything. In fact, while we're
This is
here,
a-
Oh,
the all
so,
veg.
quick update.
this is what I'm
also.
snacking on.
So you know how my mom makes the Christmas candy, right? The
Mhm.
holiday candy.
Are we gonna
She-
get more of that fudge this year?
Well, yeah. But she used to make one. She didn't make it this past year. It's basically not a Snickers. I'm sorry, an Almond Joy. So she's gonna make it this year just because she heard that Vish likes Almond Joys.
And she wanted
Literally
to educate me on the fact that there's almonds in there. That too.
Yeah.
Another person. I had to rewrite this to make room, but I'm gonna have to rewrite it again to make more room if someone else picks it.
This is her way of taunting us, by the way. You realize that, right, man?
Well, it's interesting that she said she liked the pickle.
I have to keep erasing it. I don't know what's going on over
Yeah,
here.
I'll be honest. Like I'm trying to be. Man, I'll try to be unbiased when I say this, but like Chick-fil-A pickles aren't really like all that. I don't remember
They're not,
them being.
honestly.
Yeah,
but hey,
like,
she likes them. So
I remember Popeyes being like they're legit. Like
They put a fat pickle in there.
Yeah, they
the,
put
the
fat
Chick-fil-A
pickle in
pickles
there.
are a little scrawny, but I had Chick-fil-A today, actually. Today's
Oh,
not
wow,
my usual
really?
day for
I'm
Chick-fil-A.
shocked.
Today's not my usual day for Chick-fil-A, but I had a miserable night at work last night, and I needed some pick me up. So I got some Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
You should have eaten an almond joy too. Those shits were good.
I was actually supposed to meet Gary for lunch tomorrow for Chick-fil-A, but because I've been a bit under the weather, we're gonna reschedule.
I was so bummed that the show wasn't yesterday.
Oh my god, we haven't even talked about this.
I know.
yet.
I thought it was okay. Wait. Well, time out. First of all, I thought that the show, because our practice hours changed, so now we're going 2:15 to 3:45, and so I was like, oh man, I was like, it's gonna be so close to me making the podcast, but then I realized, because I thought it was at 4 in my mind, because I was used to getting out at 4:45, because that's when we had open gym before. And so I told Brendan, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to leave like 5 minutes early. And he was like, all right, no problem. And then in my mind, I was like, wait, it's at 5. And then.
So you had the wrong time and then the wrong day.
I'm doing all these time zone conversions.
I even got that coffee just so I could show Vish like on the show. Like, oh, look at my latte. And then, but.
Should have you showed up 24 hours early, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyways.
No, Matt messaged in our group text yesterday at like 7:45, and he's like, "I'm just leaving the gym," and like caps. And me and Vish were like, "The show's tomorrow," and he's just like, "Oh fuck."
Damn.
He like rushed to get food and everything, like.
Yeah.
So, but
Well, this is Melissa's fault for making us move the show around all the time to fit her schedule.
no. I don't know how I feel about fitted hats, but this looks really cool. I'm not gonna put it on all the way because I don't want to mess up my. It's a nice hat.
It's a sick hat. Are you gonna bend the cap part or the brim of it or whatever? Or
No,
are you
it's
gonna
gonna
leave
end
it
up on my TV stand. I have like a collection of hats.
and you'll wear it like
It'll
Never.
go.
once in a while?
It's gonna go next to my Final
doesn't-
Four hat.
she doesn't
and
actually
my
wear
Stanley
hats,
Cup
so-
champions hat. Maybe I'll bring a hat to the Cal game and wear it just to like throw you off.
I'm gonna wear a beach hat.
They'll throw something on. Right there, right there. If you wear that to a Miami game.
Yo, we could have done that interview for like an hour. Like
Mhm.
that was so chill. We've had the coaches this offseason have been awesome. So
She kept like answering things that I was gonna ask her too.
I know I had the
About
same
playing
thing.
overseas and like everything. I was like, damn, okay.
I pulled up. They tweeted her like resume like when they first announced that she was going to be coaching. So I pulled that up and studied it so like I could introduce her properly. I felt bad. I didn't give Coach Kimball a great introduction, but she does agree with us that Coach Fitch is like the best assistant coach in the country.
Well, probably best choice in chicken sandwiches based on the feedback we're getting on the show because everyone else is picking Chick-fil-A instead of Popeyes.
Facts.
I posted on Buckets that we were anticipating what she was gonna pick, and someone just commented, "What's CFA?"
Yeah, I see it.
I can't write Chick-fil-A on the board; it'd take up the whole space.
Anyway,
All right,
Well,
second to last segment of the show.
we're
I
not
haven't
doing
even-
we're not
I-
doing NBA grid, are we?
No,
I haven't even thought about the sliding glass
Okay, so if you
sliding
want-
glass
We're
door
winging
moment.
it.
It's not. This is not hard.
Sliding
Sliding
glass door
doors.
moment.
Sliding doors.
I don't even remember what is it. So something is
Something
it something
happened that turned out to be bad.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
This week we're doing trash more. So it's something like seemingly minor or you don't realize the significance at the time, but was actually
So like
big change. So some like last week, Melissa had Frank Haith going to Missouri, which was obviously a big deal for us, but no one's like, well, that's going to turn Miami into ACC champions and in the Final Four, right? So it's something like that. But this week, since it's trash more, it is bad.
Bruce Brown getting injured, and then we lose to Sister Jean's team.
Is that your first one? Did you just go? Is that what that was?
It's the first one I thought of, and I want to take it before someone else does because I did not.
Well,
prep.
we allow repeats on this one.
So
At least we did last week. All right, so Melissa has gone. Matt, would you like to
oh,
offer?
should I write this down?
I don't even
What
know
do we do
I'm
with
gonna
all this
pick.
stuff you write down? We
Oh,
never. I know you have it, but we never use it on anything.
It's just to keep track while we're going, so we don't forget who said what.
One day we got one off season. We're too close to the season now. We're actually doing basketball content. One maybe next July or something. We'll open it up and go through them and see if we
I
want to
don't write
change
down
any.
the topic though, so we're gonna have to figure out.
Even better, guess the topic. That's a whole game we can play.
Do I go with what did Shane Larkin eat the night before? The Marquette game?
Shane Larkin's food poisoning.
I guess I'll go with that. I can't really think of any other ones.
Shane Larkin's food poisoning. All right, I guess it's my turn. All right, I'm gonna go on. All right, you guys aren't gonna remember this, but you might remember it generally. But that team, when Kenyon Martin was at Cincinnati and they were undefeated, and he got injured in their conference tournament, so they made them a 2 seed, even though they hadn't lost a game all year. They ended up in our bracket in the NCAA tournament. He made the Sweet 16 and lost to Tulsa, who came through it and beat them as in like a 2-2. I think it was like a 2-10 game or whatever it is. And if he had played, that whole bracket would have been different. And our team won the Big East that year, and it was just a bad matchup. And also, Bill Self was coaching Tulsa. And he frankly handed Coach Ham his ass.
So playing Tulsa?
Well, it's the only reason we played Tulsa is because Kenyon Martin broke his leg, and it shifted the whole bracket around. So Tulsa basically got. I mean, Cincinnati was garbage without him. So they basically got a free pass in the Sweet 16 where they beat us. I think we could have made the Final Four that year. An 8 seed ended up making the Final Four out of our bracket.
A lot of hypothetical for me. My beach education can't.
That's the
handle
point.
this.
That's the point. If Kenyon Martin doesn't get injured, that Hurricanes team makes the Final Four. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to come up with 4.
Well, Melissa's up next. So.
I'm gonna have to steal some. Yeah.
I'm thinking.
You're gonna steal my Kenyon Martin one. That's gonna
Yeah.
be obvious.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me.
Honestly, the Shane food poisoning thing, I have to. I mean, I have to copy Matt because I feel like that was like.
How am I supposed to copy you now?
I feel like that was like one of our best teams we've ever had,
Yeah.
and I feel like we could have gone further. So I'm just gonna put that.
There's a related one on that, Matt.
What?
He wasn't the only one that he got sick, but someone else didn't play.
Reggie.
Oh. I'm trying to think of like. Dang, man. I don't know. Vish, can you go while I think?
Yeah, I can go. Willis McGahee blowing his knee out in the Fiesta Bowl.
Oh, I forgot we can do other sports.
Oh.
That has set the program. I mean, at the time, obviously, it was a big deal. It's a championship game. That has set the program back 20 years.
I mean, no, honestly,
we have never recovered.
The flag set us back 20 years.
That game is if he doesn't get as much as bad as that was. I mean, that game ended because we couldn't get in from the 1 yard line on 4 plays.
What about Perry Clark getting hired?
I mean, it's more Coach Ham going to the Wizards. It would be.
Can I just go with like Nigel's injuries last season as one?
I feel like we still would have sucked anyway.
Yeah, I don't know that it's supposed to be something that's seemingly minor. The best player getting injured, the team stinking is not
something minor.
Well, something that doesn't seem as significant as it was. That's why I said McGahee getting injured obviously felt significant, but if you had told me 20 years later,
how about
that was the next 20 years of Cade's football after that?
What about the women's team running into LSU in the Elite Eight? Like if we were in a different bracket.
I still don't think that counts.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something, and I'm so congested, and I really want to blow my nose right now. Like on YouTube.
This is why, like, next time, can we just do like best candy bars, worst candy bars, and
Almond Joy with a mystery nut in it.
Mystery nut.
We can't bail on the trash war. All right, let's just count that. All right, so you got Nigel and you got playing LSU.
There we go.
All right, there.
Oh, I got one. Wearing the trolley jerseys.
That led to victory.
No, it just led to despair and horribleness.
That would definitely, you could come up with better than that, I feel.
No, the trolley jerseys are awful.
I think they made shoes out of that, though.
There could be.
God,
there was a little bit of a tease. Oh, man, if they roll out a whole trolley line, I am going to go broke. No, I'm not, but still.
No, you won't, because it's going to be like 90% off when no one buys it.
I did get a discount on that trolley jersey because by then,
it was like 70% off, wasn't it?
No, all the basketball stuff. I got a discount on this too. All the basketball stuff is on the discount rack.
I wanted that shirt, but they weren't making smaller sizes.
The basketball has been relegated to the discount rack, based on performance. I don't even know what are we on? How many have we done?
What about like the whole? Man, I don't know. I was gonna say DeJuan Hernandez.
what the suspension stuff and how he didn't.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta think of something else.
What number are we up to? How many have we done?
I
So
have
I've done
3.
you
I have
done,
Bruce Brown injuries, Shane's food poisoning, and the women running into LSU.
and then Matt's got
Shane's
Shane's
food poisoning and
injury
Nigel
and
injury.
Nigel.
And you've got Kenyon Martin and Willis McGahee.
running into UConn.
Hiring Josh Gaddis.
That didn't have any lasting impact.
Oh God.
Hiring Manny Diaz. Instead of doing a national coaching search.
See, I feel like this is going to end up being a Rushmore when we start kicking people's ass this year, because then it's like you needed to have all of that happen. Like, imagine, you know what? Here's a potential future Rushmore. Gaz was a disaster, obviously. Imagine if we hired a better coach and TVD was a little bit better and he's still here instead of Cam Ward. That's a potential Rushmore. We needed this horrible coordinator to really ruin TVD, to drive him into the dirt, so he's off in Wisconsin somewhere, and we got a better quarterback who leads us to the 2024 national championship. That is a Mount Rushmore.
My brain hurts.
I'm sorry, man.
I've been up since like 5 a.m, dog.
It's only 5 p.m. It's not that
Yeah,
bad.
because I got into work at like 6, and then I went to basketball after.
Anyway, I got another one. If you should I
Okay.
pick a hoops one so Matt can steal it?
Yeah, do that so I can steal it.
Well, I got a baseball one queued up, but let me see if I can think of a hoops one on the fly. So it's got to be. I mean, Melissa mentioned this, but I guess I don't want to go with the Coach Ham going to the Wizards because that did set us back. God, now I got to think of a hoops one because I had a baseball one queued up.
Hiring JD Arteaga.
No, this is. I have an actual one that I don't think a lot of people will remember. What is a good hoops one?
Come on, Vish, carry me. Carry me to victory.
I mean, our hoops one has actually.
You know
been
what a
pretty good.
Rushmore? You know what a Rushmore one could have been? Like us making the Final Four led to the formation of this pod.
Yeah, something minor like making the final
then-
four,
but then-
or
but
like
then
something
we-
major like this. Yeah,
But then we got stuck covering a shit team. Could that be a Mount Rushmore?
actually.
Can that be
Actually,
my
I
fourth?
think that works.
There we
That
go.
actually
Last
works.
one.
Can that be my fourth?
That could be your fourth. That I think
I'm
Matt, you
stealing
can
that.
Us making the Final Four leading to the formation of this pod, and then we had to cover a crap team.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my baseball one as my third, and then we'll have to come with a fourth one. But
I have 4.
in 2008, our baseball team was by far the best team in the country. It was number 1 overall in the bracket. Made Omaha as the 1 seed, and the way the tournament works, basically, if you lose one of your first 2 games in any of the rounds, you're in deep shit. And so, we're playing Georgia in the first game, up in the 9th inning by like a run. They hit a little dribbler back to the pitcher for what should have been the 3rd out. He throws it into the dugout. First error of the year. We lose the game. Haven't been close to that good since. That was 15 years ago. We would have, if he had made the throw to first, which again, he hadn't made an error the entire year, we win that game and probably win the championship. And instead, down the drain. I know Matt remembers that fondly too, so you can go ahead and steal that one.
Yeah, that'll be my honorable mention.
Well, Matt's technically up to 3.
No, I'm at
Wait,
4.
what was his third?
Wait, what was your 4th?
Huh?
His third.
One
His
more.
third was he took yours.
What? The chat? The show?
The formation of the
yeah,
show.
the formation
Oh.
of the show. He's got Nigel getting hurt, and then he's got
Shane
Larkin
Martin.
getting.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah, I
know
had
he was
another
taking that
one.
one also.
No, you didn't because you were planning on stealing mine, but I want baseball.
Oh my god.
Can he pick a Long Beach one?
Yeah. Go Beach.
Actually, that
Long
would have been
Beach
a
one?
Rushmore. The coach getting fired, but then he got motivated and led the team to the tournament.
That would have been a Rushmore, actually.
Yeah.
Oh no. There's a bird down here.
Like
And
inside.
in the room?
No, like he just flew to the. I don't know if wait. Let me see if a bird flew into the window because he was like looking at something there. He like flew onto the roof to look at something. Let me see. Hold on. Pardon this interruption.
All right, for those on the audio podcast, Matt has gotten up. He is viewing his window to see if there's a dead bird out there. I believe he has come back. We're waiting for a report back from Matt.
All right,
Matt, what's the verdict?
R.I.P.
Oh no,
another one.
A bird
bird
flew
had-
into a window?
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't happen during the pod. I don't know when it must have happened right before I got here or
I
something.
was gonna say we didn't hear it because at one time it happened live on the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we heard
could've
that
heard
for
it.
damn sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Oh.
audible. Yeah. Wow, we just sacrifice to the Mount Trashmore gods, I guess.
Could I just say the
I love how I made the formation
know
of
you
this pod a bad thing.
No, you made covering the team
Yeah.
last year surprisingly negative.
You realize that in the first year of us covering this show, we had to cover one of the worst men's seasons ever, and then Coach Meyer retired.
We've had worse men's seasons. We missed the Big East tournament once when I was in school. Which, by the way, it's not going to happen because we're going to be too good, but that's now on the table again because not everyone makes the ACC tournament.
Oh god, that's true.
That is now a disincentive. Or we're not going to be bottom three, but still. That is a thing. Was that the bird?
No. I don't know. I don't have one.
This was hard. The sliding doors thing was hard.
Yeah.
Use your head a little bit. Think.
I can't.
You can't think.
No. Trying to think back to like you said I could use a beach one. I was trying to think of
You
that.
can use a beach one.
What about the invention of the Coral Gables trolley leading to those shit jerseys?
Oh, there we go. Can I take that one?
At this
I
point,
like it.
sure.
Yay!
That's actually on my
That's
Rushmore.
my favorite
but-
one.
I got you, Matt. I got you,
Favorite
Matt.
one.
That's on my Rushmore.
Shout out to Melissa.
Let's
She
go.
contributed 2 of mine.
Go Beach.
Go Beach.
Did I do
This
three
is
yet?
angry that I root for Beach.
I'm not angry that you root for Beach. I find it funny because Matt doesn't root for Beach. Really.
Yeah, I do. You see the banner above my head?
Yeah,
What are
that you
talking about?
purchased now for the show, basically.
No, I didn't. I've had it.
He's an alum.
Okay.
Yeah. How dare you, sir?
All right. Both of you
Rude.
can yell at me. That's fine. Everyone.
At
knows I'm
least he knows what nut is in an almond joy.
allegedly.
He's the one who answered your question when you
Have you
said
ever
what
opened
nut
up
is
an
in
almond joy? Can we confirm that's actually an almond? But everyone, this is what happens.
You see him
backstage.
trying to deflect?
No, I said what I said. I fucking ate an almond joy on the show, man.
And
Vish
still
did not
he
know
still
what
doesn't know what nut is in it.
I brought props.
Yeah, I don't have any props today.
Well,
Actually,
I ate my props.
I haven't brought this out in a while.
Oh boy.
Wait, do it.
I haven't eaten. Oh wait, hold on. It's all
Here we go.
okay. We're at this point now.
For those on the audio podcast, Matt is playing
no.
with the kendama.
3 tries. 2 more times.
Oh,
Oh, he's almost got it.
Close.
stop saying. Oh no, he fucking sucks. He can't do it. Oh,
There it is.
Oh!
1 out of 4, like the women's
Oh.
basketball team at the free throw line last
the
year.
one I used
All
to
right.
be able to do.
Actually,
was-
that's better than the women's basketball team free throw percentage, probably.
Yep. Oh man.
All right. Did I do the 4th one? I'm trying to think now.
No.
I can't
Yeah,
use
Vish,
Coral
pick
Gables.
your
I can't steal Coral Gables trolley because that's on my Rushmore. So those jerseys look. I don't care what you two say. I get ganged up on over here for those viewers and listeners. This is what I put up with. The abuse. I want to do. I haven't done a hoops one. That's what I'm trying to think through. Did I? Oh no, I did do a hoops one. I did
Kenyon's injury, Willis McGahee,
Yeah.
baseball.
All right, so you're done. I should do a women's hoops one. Coach. So I think she was going to anyway, but I was at that last regular season women's game last year when we lost in overtime to Georgia Tech, and Coach Meyer resigned. And actually, I didn't realize that was the last time I was going to see her coach again in person in our last home game. So there's that one.
Damn.
And on a somber note, as a trash more.
Trash more.
So I'm going to attempt to get Coach Ivy on the show next week. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. So stay updated on Buckets_Canes on our Twitter.
We could just show up to Monty's with a microphone, apparently.
I have a feeling if I just show up to Monty's like a few days in a row to Monty's that I'll probably run into them. I've never been to Monty's, by the way.
We'll talk offline.
Vish doesn't like it.
I mean, it's in the Grove.
Yeah, I don't go to the Grove often.
It's to go to the Grove.
Oh.
Anyway.
Good luck to the football team this weekend.
They won't need it. They won't need it. It's gonna be a
Oh, they're
bloodbath.
playing Florida?
Yeah, week 1. And
I like how she answered that seriously.
I don't know. Not everyone knows Matt's sarcasm. Should we move into the final segment?
What's that?
We have a final segment.
So, final thoughts today. We got an additional trash more. It's the worst candy that you get in your Halloween bag as a kid. So what are the worst ones? So first, I got Smarties. Literally, I don't know the point of those. They're like just meh. I didn't want to put some of the other candies that like circus peanuts or like those random ones like that because like who gets those on Halloween? So Smarties, I got on there. Laffy Taffy, just awful. Specifically the banana one. Like I don't know who the hell eats that shit. Next one. This one I feel like might be a little debatable because I think there are some people that like it, but I think it's disgusting. The milk duds, just awful.
It's an old school candy.
They're disgusting. Look like little pebble turds. They're gross. Last one, Melissa, you already know what it is. You can point to it.
I have my finger on the ban button right
Almond Joy, disgusing.
Can I add Tootsie Rolls to that list? I am not a fan of Tootsie Rolls, and that seems
we can add. I thought about. I was gonna. Yeah, Tootsie Rolls are another one. You get those too. Not a fan.
You know what the best candy is though? Reese's.
Yeah, I don't have my hoodie. I should have got it.
Did you say Reese's or Reese's? I always say Reese's.
I think I say both.
Reese's. I say both too.
That was a good final thoughts. A little early for Halloween topics, but since we've been discussing candy,
I had to do it since Vish brought up Almond Joys.
Almond Joys are fantastic, and you're out of your mind.
Vish likes some questionable things, so
yeah, like the two of you.
Yeah, if you get the variety bag, you can give all your Almond Joys to Vish. You don't have to just throw them away.
When you were a kid, did you like? I always picked out the Halloween candy that my mom would buy so that I could have some of it. So I'd always put some in my bag before I would go trick or treating. I don't know if you guys did that or not.
Absolutely not. Don't raid the stash, man.
Always
go earn your own chocolate.
Peanut butter cups, Reese's peanut butter cups, always a thing. Matt, do you prefer your Reese's like just straight, or do you put them in the fridge for a little while?
It's just straight. I switch it up. I
prefer them chilled a little bit.
Yeah, no, I definitely. I mean, I partake in both ways, so I mix it up. but definitely got to go with the pumpkins or, you know, whatever shape they have, the egg, the football. Sometimes they have more peanut butter to chocolate ratio. That's my go-to. Or if there's none of those out, I'll just get the big cups.
Yeah.
Those are my
I
favorite.
like to get the king size ones of like the 4 big ones because like I like the little ones, but having to individually wrap them all the time is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. You don't want to do that. Come on.
Anything to add before we leave? Good show, guys. Nothing? Okay.
No, I mean the different styles of Reese's conversation was riveting, but
Hater. Hater.
I don't hate them. I mean, you went after my almond joys with the mystery nut in it, and I'm just, I feel attacked.
Mystery nut.
What?
I wonder if Coach Page saw the Almond Joy sign on my board. I wonder if she wonders like what the hell, why is Almond Joy written on her board?
It's delicious. That's why.
Matt, last words.
I mean, I don't know how you're gonna say it's delicious when you didn't even know what nut was in it.
You don't have to know. Why does that matter for taste?
Melissa, take it away.
Reese's are the best. Go Canes, beat Florida. Cue the Sox outro.
Don't cry.
We getting buckets.
Keep it chill.
Yeah, baby.
Wear good socks.
Buckets.